For people or businesses that are trying to have their ads reach a variation of demographics, if they have very specific target audiences that they're wanting to send ads to, there are different ways you could go about this. And Facebook's Audience Manager has a lot of different ways that you can build your lists and save them for repurposing later in different campaigns or ad sets. And then you can also create lookalike audiences. So let me actually pull up Facebook Ads Manager really quickly here and explain how that works. So if we go to Audience Manager, there are already some saved audiences in here. Now, if you go to create audience, there are a couple of, a few different ways that you can create a custom audience. So with the custom audience, you can reach people based on their activity and their relationship to your business. So you can traffic, you can do website visitors, you can do your own customer list, people that have interacted with your videos. So that's one option, not necessarily specific demographics though. Now, if you go to a lookalike audience, you can create a lookalike audience of your existing customer list. That's another option. But if you're trying to reach new audiences and you want to be very specific about the demographics that you want to reach, you can create a saved audience in Audience Manager. I suggest that whenever you create a custom audience using this tool, that you give it a detailed name, listing out some of those demographics or the attributes that you're trying to target once you set up your audience. So for example, if you don't want to go so broad as to target the entire United States, and if you have like a specific region that you're trying to reach with your ads, let's just say I'm in Florida. So if you wanted to reach, let's just say Orlando, Florida, you can target Orlando, you can target the city, and then you can target based on a mile radius from that city. So that's one location demographic you would include here. So you can say 25 miles from Orlando here. And then like put a separator there. And then, for example, if you don't want to reach people that are a younger demographic, you can add a minimum age here. I think it goes up to 25, but you can even hone in on this further. So we could say, minimum age 25, but here is where you can actually get even more granular with that. So let's just say that your target market is the older demographic. Then you might say, okay, I only want to reach people who are 40 years of age to 64 years of age, because the retirees are not necessarily within my target audience. So you can hone in on a specific age range. And again, I would suggest putting that information in your audience name so that you can refer back to it pretty quickly and pick the right audience when you're setting up ad sets or campaigns with this targeting criteria later. And then as far as other demographics that you could possibly target, of course, you can target based on the gender. Let's just say for this business, we only want to reach women. It could be, maybe it's menopausal related or something like that, where you only want to reach an older demographic of women. You can also target additional demographics here in the Audience Manager tool. So you can target based on job titles. You can go to the demographics, friends of people with birthdays. You can do relationship status. You can do marriage status. I just said that with relationship status, but business decision makers. As I mentioned, this is a good platform to test for both B2B and B2C. You can reach people based on these kinds of demographics for businesses as well. People who recently moved into the area. So this is another good one, especially if you're trying to reach more potential customers that may not be familiar with your business because they are new to the area. This might be something worthy of testing. You can even target based on household income. So there's just so many things that you could dive into here in the Facebook audience targeting settings. I mean, you can whittle this down all the way down to their interests and behaviors as well, not just demographics. So this is a tool that you should play around with and figure out what works best for your business. And always be sure that if you are going to target recently moved, then you would plug that into your audience name so that way you can properly segment those out, target different audiences and different ad sets, and figure out who is your ideal target audience on Facebook.